What if Morocco became a global superpower by 2050? Imagine waking up one morning in the year 2050. You turn on the news, expecting the usual headlines about the world's biggest economies, the United States, China, or the European Union. But instead, one country dominates every front page: Morocco. The world is talking about Morocco as one of the most influential nations on earth. Its economy is booming, its technology is shaping industries, and its voice carries significant weight in international affairs. But how could such a transformation happen? Is it even possible? Let's imagine a future where everything goes right. Back in the 2020s, Morocco was already laying the foundation for long-term growth. Massive infrastructure projects were underway. High-speed rail networks continued expanding. The port of Tangier Med became one of the busiest ports in the world, connecting Africa, Europe, and the Americas. At the same time, Morocco strengthened its automotive and aerospace industries. International companies established factories across the country, attracted by political stability, strategic geography, and access to global markets. However, becoming a global power requires much more than factories and highways. The real turning point came when Morocco decided to invest heavily in education, scientific research, and innovation. Universities partnered with leading international institutions. Artificial intelligence, robotics, biotechnology, and engineering became national priorities. Thousands of startups emerged, transforming Morocco into one of Africa's leading technology hubs. Young entrepreneurs no longer left the country in search of opportunities. Instead, talented people from around the world began moving to Morocco. Over the next 2 decades, innovation became one of the country's greatest strengths. Meanwhile, Morocco fully embraced the global transition toward renewable energy. With its vast deserts, abundant sunshine, and powerful coastal winds, the country became one of the world's largest producers of clean electricity. Even more importantly, Morocco became a leading exporter of green hydrogen, a fuel many experts believe could power industries, ships, and aircraft in the future. Countries across Europe signed long-term energy agreements with Morocco, making it one of the world's most important energy partners. The economic impact was enormous. Foreign investment reached record levels. New industries appeared almost every year. Advanced semiconductor manufacturing, aerospace technology, artificial intelligence, pharmaceutical research, and next-generation agriculture transformed the country's economy. Cities changed dramatically. Casablanca became one of Africa's largest financial centers. Rabat evolved into a global diplomatic capital. Tangier became one of the busiest logistics hubs on the planet. Marrakesh attracted millions of visitors every year as a global destination for culture, business, and innovation. Smart cities powered by renewable energy emerged across the country. Autonomous public transportation reduced traffic congestion. Artificial intelligence optimized healthcare, education, and public services. But economic growth wasn't the only reason Morocco gained international influence. Its geographic position became one of its greatest strategic advantages. Located at the crossroads of Europe, Africa, and the Atlantic Ocean, Morocco became the preferred gateway for international trade. Global companies established regional headquarters there, using Morocco as their bridge into African markets. Diplomatically, Morocco expanded its role as a mediator in international conflicts and strengthened partnerships across Africa, Europe, the Middle East, and the Americas. Its influence in regional organizations continued to grow. International summits, technology conferences, and climate forums were regularly hosted in Moroccan cities. By the late 2040s, Morocco was no longer simply viewed as a rising nation. It had become one of the world's most respected emerging powers. Living standards improved significantly. Healthcare became more advanced. Universities ranked among the best in Africa. Poverty rates declined. Life expectancy increased. Clean energy supplied nearly every major city. Yet even in this optimistic future, challenges remained. Rapid economic growth created pressure on housing, water resources, and transportation. Climate change continued to threaten agriculture. global competition became even more intense. Maintaining success required constant innovation, investment, and cooperation. This reminds us that no country becomes a global power overnight. Every successful nation reaches that position through decades of planning, education, scientific progress, and economic development. So, could Morocco truly become a global superpower by 2050? No one can say for certain. The future is impossible to predict. This video presents a fictional scenario inspired by current trends, opportunities, and possibilities, not a guaranteed forecast. Whether Morocco reaches this level or not will depend on decisions made today, investments in people, innovation, infrastructure, and the ability to adapt to an ever-changing world. History has shown that nations can transform themselves in just a few decades. Perhaps Morocco's greatest chapter is still waiting to be written. What do you think? Could Morocco become one of the world's most influential nations by 2050? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more future scenarios.